The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up 4th down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run the counter. Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up
a 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 2, Darnold. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Marr is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before half for Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On the ground, it's Cook. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Darnold now to throw. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Lock. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Now Locke on the bootleg. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago. And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They run again on 1st down. Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. He's got this one completed to Mims. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Got a man. It's Mims. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. McManus's point after is good, and the lead now down to 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At the 42-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Darnold. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A throw taken in by Hamilton. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 36-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Locke on target there to Fant, the tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
We got double up, double up. General, fast.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got a man in Sutton that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Brandon McManus lining up for the extra
On that
point.
sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. Rashad Perriman off to the races. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on 4th down. They're going with Lindsey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Block working out of the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He's got it at the 15. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Locke. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead now down to 20.
The kickoff for Denver.
And I think the Broncos have it. They do. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win. Unable
to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. From the gun, it's Locke. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out. One final try for Locke.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.